Yeah, I thought I might come out today and take a break from stuff I've been doing today to say hi to some people. How's it going out there? I got a few things done today. I got my maple trees tapped a little while ago, almost a month ago. I got about 10 gallons already today. I'm starting to boil that down. What else did I do? I got some dehydrated peppers and celery done today, and I started dehydrating some ginger. So then, what else did I started? Yeah, dehydrating ginger. Um, did a little bit of wood filling on my end tables from the last video I did. Needed a little more wood filling. Uh, I got a can and a half of plum tomatoes. They're saying in the sink, draining from any liquid. Gonna dehydrate them with some basil. So getting stuff done around here, which is pretty good. So just wondering what everybody else is up to. See how everybody else is doing. It's almost time to start raking up the lawn, getting that stuff thrown back into the gardens. Hopefully to get some loads, some few square yards of horse manure, get that into the gardens, start turning it over. Snow's not all gone, but getting that stuff ready. Running out of space in my green room. Yeah. Lots of stuff to do. I'm going to throw down the link for whoever wants to come up. And there's the link for whoever wants to come up. So how's it going out there? With everybody? The real Cynthia. Yeah, I know that's my laptop. I do. I got it hooked up to my. I got it tethered to my cell phone. So it's all through Bluetooth and whatever else. This is, I think, an older RCA laptop, one of those tablet things. So I haven't really figured out how to do the thing for upgrading the picture. So how's life going with you, the real Cynthia? Where are you from? New York. Wow. Yeah, I'm in Ontario, North Wellington, Ontario. Um, yeah, it's about 3 hours northwest of Toronto. So, I got a 1880. That's the place that it's an old church from 1880. Um, and it's been revamped into a two-bedroom house. Um, getting, I've got gardens and stuff like that now. Getting some fruit trees going, stuff like that. Yes, I do. It's interesting. Um, it's been converted into a house. It's a whole open concept uh, area in the family room here. And the other end where my kitchen is, it's got the bedroom above the kitchen. Uh, it's yeah, the place was going to fall down. So someone that the person I bought it off of had bought it for dirt cheap, like 150, $160,000, and revamped it into a two-bedroom house um, on the inside, and the whole structure on the outside looks the same as a church would. It's pretty nice on the inside. Got some hardwood floors, uh, and it's all drywall now, not lath and plaster like it used to be. It's been spray foamed, brand new plumbing, brand new electrical, about a quarter acre. I live in farmer territory up here where I live. Yeah, when I bought it, the guy was just finishing up with everything, and the yard, the outside needed some work. So I got it, and I bought it. Like, I spent 400,000 on it. Still paying a mortgage, but that's okay. Certainly beats paying rent to somebody. So I did a whole bunch of yard work, threw some gardens in for vegetables and some cedars and stuff like that. Gonna get some I got some baby fruit trees going and that. So it's the very first house I've owned or paying a mortgage on. It's the second house I've lived in. I rented the first one, and that was a learning experience place. So so what's it like where you live there, Real Cynthia? Yeah, it's probably sitting around +1, +2 here today, where I am. Pretty dreary looking, like it's gonna rain or snow maybe a little bit, but yeah, what do you do? It's that time of the year for sure. Um, so I also do some pressure canning and woodworking and water bathing and stuff like that. Started this all 2 years ago. The prices on stuff is ridiculous. I bet very expensive where you are. They're Real Cynthia. I I do rustic woodworking. I got over the course of the years, I've gotten barn boards and um, uh, 2x6s or whatever like that. And then I also do a little bit of live edge stuff. Um, all my furniture um, is has been built by me. The only things that I haven't built is my entertainment, like my surround sound system and TV and my couches. um, those doors you see behind me, they're the original doors from the church. So I plan on using them somewhere in the house. So I got my bed's been made out of 2x4, no, not 2x4s, 4x4s. I got a big dresser that I got. It was from Skids. Um, and these skids were like, the boards on them were like 16 feet. So I built a nice big 9-drawer dresser. I also have a 2-level kitchen island. I had a tree the first year I moved here. It needed to come down, and it was 4 feet across, roughly speaking. And it's the rounds, I cut them into 2-inch rounds, and then cut the 2-inch rounds at thickness and cut them in half, and they're the tops. And I had another section of it milled down to a 10 by 10 post looking thing, and they're the legs. I also have a kitchen hutch, which doesn't fit in my kitchen anymore because I built it to my last place I was living. Yeah, I could if I wanted, but it's all real wood, and it's built to last. So it's not like cheap stuff either, right? Like my 9-drawer dresser took me about a month to make. My kitchen hutch took me about a month and a half to make. My bed took me about 3 weeks to make, from start to finish, with wood sealant and all. A fella, I've been doing the woodworking thing since high school. That's when I started. And that was like your little bread boxes and birdhouses stuff and end tables and what have you. Then I went to work in the construction industry. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is having the right tools. And I started learning how to, in the construction industry, how to do some cedar, shingles, some wood, real wood trim and crown molding, the old school style, stuff like that, the old Wayne Scott stuff. And then one of the other jobs I had was I was working for a rustic woodworker that was doing like custom woodworking with rustic stuff, and he was doing harvest tables and some other stuff, and he would sell his cheapest harvest table was like $1,500, and his most expensive one, which was a live edge one, and it was 2-part epoxy with steel legs in it. And it was like $7 or $8 grand. So I know prices on things are pretty high up there right now. But I got a video, like a series video on making a couple of end tables and a coffee table and live edge, like tree stumps. I got cedar stumps. I had harvested some cedars off of my property here, and there are the legs. And my mom gave me a few chunks of slab wood, which is from a log cabin, and it's cedar, and it's about 200 years old, and so I'm using that as the tabletops. Yeah, it's custom. When it's custom and you're doing a lot of stuff like that, the wood can do funny tricks, and people with that guy, the customers would take, I don't want to say take part in building it and that, but they would come in and say, well, I want a 8-foot long harvest table and 8-foot long by 3-foot wide harvest table. And this was all done out of 2x12s or 2x16 Douglas fir as the tops and the side rails there, and 4x4 posts, and it looked really nice. I mean, really like a real professional job, and it was all real wood, not like some of the stuff you get today. But the guy, he would have it done in 3 days. said and done for. But he also didn't like letting it go due to the wood sealant. Because when you do the wood sealant, it takes about 3 days to cure. He would also deliver it too. So it was about, if he had it done, if he started one on Monday, you'd have it by Saturday. So it's worth the money when you're doing that, because you know that if you take good care of it and have it refinished every so often. When I say every so often, it might be 5 years or 10 years, just to renew the sealant on it. It's going to last a lifetime, to where, you or I might buy it and our kids would have it, our grandkids would have it, and our great grandkids would have it, if it's properly maintained. But that was like 10 years ago. So and these were people that had real good paying jobs that would get this. And some of these tables were like 12 and 14 and 16 inch, like 12, 14, 16 foot harvest tables by 4 foot wide too. So it took a lot of work to do it right. In 3 days to have it set and done for, and to sit for 3 days after sealant. But yeah, but it's going to last forever. I've got some oak sitting out on. I got a back deck way from upstairs, and I've turned it into like a little shed area kind of thing, so that wood doesn't get rained on and stuff like that. It's a wood storage and barbecue storage place for the winter. And I got some 4x6 oak posts and some 1x6 rails, like they're 1x6s, and they were like going from post to post. So I'm gonna plan on building a nice oak harvest table. Whatever, I think they're around, roughly speaking, I think the average about 8 feet long. I don't need an 8 foot long table. I can do with a 5 or a 6 foot long table if I absolutely had to, so, and then I'm gonna make some oak chairs out of it all too. So it's just a matter of getting around to it. I've got to start on it. I just got to get some of it ran through the planer, because I cut it down to, I had used some of it for planter boxes and raised beds, and I've got some 2x6s of it, and so I got to run the one edge through the planer and start sanding it down and get it ready for gluing, and the top and the side rails. And I don't know if I'm going to have 4x6 legs, or if I'm going to have a continuous solid leg that's like 3 feet, 2 or 2.5, 3, almost the width of the table going down. I might even put a curve in it on either side of it, so it's one big leg on either end. So I plan on putting some work into it this summer, because I do have a 18 by 9 foot shed that I do this all out of. So I got to get some work done on that this summer, in between gardening and stuff like that, and building a chicken coop. So I plan on getting some chickens because of the price of everything. So yeah, I also got some cedar. Like I said, I harvest some cedars. Another maybe not this summer, but next summer I might build a little sauna for myself as well too. So might do that. Which would be nice to have. Assuming I'm getting up there in age, even though I'm in my early 40s. Some of the jobs I've had have taken a toll. Not that I'm complaining, but you start noticing it about 40 or something when you're in the construction or in the tree removal business or the property maintenance stuff. So yeah. So what kind of things do you like doing there, the real Cynthia? Yeah. Can't wait for the plus 20 weather to come along and get all my stuff done in the garden and all the seeds. Yeah, same here. Pretty much. So I've worked in the construction industry. Um, I do have an attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I do suffer from some anxiety stuff and depression, which kind of has hindered me having a full-time job. But my dad did have a meat processing plant that I could fall back onto until he retired. And I get an annuity now, a monthly check. And my mom helped me get this house, paying her the mortgage. And I just pay my bills and do stuff around the house. If I sell something or get the odd job, that's great. That's a bonus. So yeah, yeah, yeah. This is one of the reasons why I started this whole YouTube channel. Was it kind of helps me communicate with people because of the last couple of years. Because it started, I live by myself. I got a dog now. I've had a dog. I had another dog which passed away a few months ago. He was 7.5, and then I got another dog within 24 to 48 hours, and then got him, and he's 4 months old. No, Sorry, he's 6 or 7 months old now. My last dog was a Great Pyrenees dog, um, and this one's a Great Pyrenees Miramar mix. Um, Great dogs, I found. Um, they're protective, but not too protective. Um, they're great with kids. They're great around other people, um, if they're introduced to that kind of stuff. Um, so it's a pretty good thing to have a dog. Uh, so um, I um, I'm lost for words in a way. I don't know what else to say. Um, is there anything you want to talk about there, the real Cynthia, or any questions you got? Hey, Giggles, how's it going? We were just talking about you. No, I'm just joking. It's good to see you. Um, my neighbors right now, their house from my the side of my house to the side of their house might be um 75 feet. Um, so I got about a quarter acre. My neighbor um has 2 acres. My other neighbor has a quarter acre. I'm doing pretty good, getting stuff done around the house. Today I had tapped my maple trees about a month ago, and I got 10 gallons worth in the house now, and I'm boiling that down. Um, and I did a little bit of woodworking today. Just I got a little series going on my channel there where I'm making a coffee table, and I did some. The last one I did was some wood filling and gluing, and I had to do a second wood filling, and I got the dehydrator going. I got some celery dehydrated and peppers dehydrated. Um, yeah, I do woodworking. I've done that for. I've been doing that since high school. Yeah, there is. There is. Uh, I'm not sure what it is, but the wood that I work with, there's always a tinge to it because, like a yellow tinge or an orange tinge to it because it's old wood, right? Like um, um, like pine, it's kind of a yellowish wood. And anytime you go to seal it up, uh, it really brings out um, the contrast of the wood. Um, I got Douglas fir stairs that are as old as this house because it was built in 1880. And the guy had, when he did it, and he built the stairs and keep playing down the surfaces, and they came out a yellowish, orangish kind of color, right? And they were like clean, um, like brand new clean for like a 140-year-old piece of wood, right? So um, it's that. How do I explain it? Because trees, when they're in the ground, they soak up everything. So um, the woodworking giggles, or all the other stuff like the dehydrating and that. Um, because when trees are in the ground, they're soaking up everything, all the minerals and stuff like that, and that tends to be what will show when you mill it down and seal it up. Um, I'm almost sure that there's something out there that um, you can do for it. The best way that I've learned how to deal with that yellowish tinge to it, I will use a very diluted latex paint. Um, and the most common one that I would use, and it has to be latex paint because it's breathable. Um, so what I'll do is for maybe 500 milliliters of water, uh, the least amount I would put in there is like 4 or 5 drops of diluted latex paint into it, and it's black. And I will pour it onto whatever I'm working with, and it will the it will go into the grooves, and the wood will absorb it, and it will help take away some of that yellowishness of it. Um, it all depends upon the wood and stuff like that. Um, it also depends upon the wood sealant, right? Too. But it's a lot of it's the minerals and stuff like that, and the dust and whatever it's collected up over the years. So there's some woods, believe it or not, that if it sits out in the sun, it'll turn gray, and that'll show even. Um, if it's the woodworking giggles, I've done it since I was 14 in high school, and that was just your basic woodworking, and you know, building like bread boxes, uh, end tables, stuff like that. And then I went into the construction industry and did like wainscot, crown molding, the old school crown molding and trim work and stuff like that. And then I worked for a fella that did rustic woodworking, coffee tables, end tables, kitchen harvest tables, stuff like that. So he taught me a lot about the minerals and doing this and that and the other. Um, so it it's I've probably forgotten more about stuff than I know how to do. So yeah, um, I'll be right back. I gotta let the dog out. Yeah, so I really don't know what else to say. Uh, so one of my good friends, I think, is coming on at 7 o'clock. They got a premiere coming on, I'm pretty sure. And they're called Cosmic Cultivators. So I think I'm going to end this live stream and go and see them for a little bit. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.